Nixon, what video should we do this week? Top 10 panty droppers on a budget. As if that exists. We'll get you views though. No, genuine content only. Top 10 cents to make her go crazy. Budget edition. Control yourself, Nixon. Honest stuff only. 100 budget fragrances in one video. No, wait, you've already done that. Alright, got it. Hello people, hope you've had a wonderful day so far. My name is Nixon Dias and you are watching Smelly Cat, voted in 2022 by UNESCO as the best place on the internet for unbiased, unadulterated fragrance reviews. True, it's true. In today's video, I'm going to show you my Afnan Perfumes collection. Now, I have 20 of them, which is a nice round number. It'll look good in the thumbnail, it'll look nice in the title. So without wasting any time, let's dive straight into it. Number 1, Afnan Arabian Gems. I remember seeing this in an in-flight magazine on one of my flights, and then I had to pick it up. I didn't pick it up in the flight, I got it for cheaper outside. If I remember correctly, this was around $15. I think if you were to judge Afnan by a brand, don't do it with this fragrance, because this is around 5 to 6 years old and Afnan as a brand has obviously grown since then. They're a completely different monster of a company right now. Having said that, this isn't really a bad buy in any sense of the way. There's a lot of comparison to Fico di Amalfi with this one, which I understand because it's got a bit of fig in it, but this is not a Fico di Amalfi clone in any way. This is a clean aldehyde soapy scent that has some floral nuances as well and some fruity sweetness along with a cool watery vibe. Number 2, Afnan's Tribute Black from the Tribute collection. There are 4 in total. There's black, blue, pink and white. I've got 2 of them. This one, which is Tribute Black, which is discontinued, and I'll tell you about the one after this. Now, even though this has been discontinued, this actually can be found in online discounter stores for quite cheap, and for that reason I think this is actually a pretty good buy. This one shares the same DNA as Giorgio's More Than Words, Giorgio Armani's Rose d'Arabia, and it has beastly performance. Sticks to you like a shadow. This one, the black color is apt. I remember wearing this one day, wore it in the morning for work. 14 or 15 hours later, when I went into the shower to have a shower after a long day, as soon as the water hit me, this one came back to life, as if I just was bathing in it. Number 3, Afnan Tribute Blue. Now, don't let the blue color fool you. This is anything but a blue fragrance. This is woody. Now, I'm not sure of the official notes for this one, but this is what my nose catches. Teeny bit of citrus in the start, and then some pepper and patchouli with vetiver and what I think is akigala wood, because I've smelled akigala wood as a separate note on its own, and it feels like there's some akigala wood in this one as well. Along with that, there's a nice base of what I think could either be ambergris or labdanum. Now, like Tribute Black, this one is also a very good performer. Number 4, Rare Carbon. Now, this one is sort of like a fusion between Tuscan leather, ombre leather, and black saffron. Now, this one isn't as fruity as Tuscan leather or black saffron. Neither is it too dry as ombre leather. It also has a ozonic watery feel, which could actually be the saffron, although saffron is not listed as a note in this one, interestingly. Now, leather scents in general can feel a little dull, but this one is anything but that. This one is nice and lively. It's great for office, and when it comes to value for money, this one is a 10 on 10. Number 5, Rare Tiffany from the Rare collection, if you want to call it. Just look at this gorgeous bottle. I hope my camera and light is doing it justice. Definitely it isn't. And just look at the top. It's such a gorgeous bottle. Now I picked this one up, or this one was picked rather, not by me, by my wife, more for the bottle rather than the scent. I mean, the scent's nice as well, but just look at this beautiful bottle, which I've been told is Tiffany blue and not greenish blue like I've been calling it. Now the name is more a reference to the color and the feel of this fragrance rather than any like an indication of it being a clone of any Tiffany fragrance. Now, I've tried the two popular women's fragrance from Tiffany. There's one which is Tiffany and Co, and there's Tiffany and Love, but this is like nothing like those two. This is a fresh floral, which is also nice and soapy, like soft and soapy. It is extremely airy and pleasant without getting too generic. But the best part about this one is the ginger and caramel dry down it has. Just leaves a very nice, soothing, calm, delicious scent trail behind. Let's start with the Supremacy series from Afnan, which is their most popular series. On number 6, yes, on number 6 we have Supremacy Pink. I don't think my camera is capturing, it looks more white, at least on my screen here, but this one's called Supremacy Pink. This one is a nice rose and peony scent that's laid over a very clean and soft musk. Now, for those who like scents like Aqua de Palma's Rosa Nobile or Fleur Narcotic, those sort of scents, this one will be a really good pick. Now, one great thing about it is actually its performance. For a floral scent like this, it does perform pretty well. I'm trying to get this closer to the camera so you can see the color, and it doesn't look too white. Now, if my wife is wearing this and she's walking in front of me wherever we go, it leaves a very nice and clean scent trail behind. For a floral scent, it doesn't get too floral or too irritating. Like if someone's passing by you, they'll be like, oh wow, it smells nice here. Again, in terms of performance, like I said, for a floral scent, this does really well. It lasts around 8 hours. Number 7, Afnan's Supremacy Purple. Now this one is again for women, like Supremacy Pink. Now this is not a very unique DNA. For those who smelled it, they'll know that this one is actually a lot like Herba Pura. And I, for some reason, because my wife likes that DNA and I do too, and most of the stuff I pick are blind buys, I have around, I think, 10 to 15 Herba Pura alternatives. Let me think of what all I have. I have Kirki, I have Kenzie from Swiss Arabian, I have Ana Abiyad from Latafa, Rasasi's La Yukwam Jasmine Wisp, Al Haramain Amber Oud Gold Edition, Ajmal's Purely Orient Musk, which is like some 600 dirhams, is the most expensive out of all of the Herba Pura clones that I have. Not clone, but alternatives that I have. And I'm sure I have 2-3 others as well. I have something from Fragrance World, Paris Corner as well. Now, having said that, this isn't just another light and linear knockoff of Herba Pura like 100 others in the market. This one does feel a lot richer, deeper, and one that has quite a few twists and turns, so it's not very simple. I would say not to go by the Fragrantica rating for this one. Try it yourself and you'll see that it's better than it's rated on the internet. Number 8, Afnan's Supremacy Gold. Now this one is criminally, I would say, underrated and even criminally rated on Fragrantica. I'm not sure what people are smelling with this one, but they keep saying it's a Tom Ford Oud Wood clone, which it is nothing like. This is powdery and sweet. Nothing ouddy about it, nothing woody about it. It feels like it has green apple. I'm not sure of the exact notes, but feels like it has green apple, definitely peach or peach blossom, and violet in the opening, and then some more violet, and then some more violet, and then some more violet. There's also iris in this, which is not very lipsticky like you'll usually expect from an iris scent, but it helps add to the powdery feel. Now I'm saying powdery a lot, but this is not like super powdery. There's also a lot other things happening with this, like there's cumin in it without it being too dull. The cumin is not very, cumin has this tendency of sometimes smelling like body odor, but no, in this one the cumin is done really well. Now that I think of it, I actually see this fitting into a Mancera lineup. Like this is a very Mancera style fragrance to me. I'm not sure what it is an alternative to. Maybe it is their own creation, but if you put this into a Mancera lineup, it will not feel out of place. Number 9, Afnan's Supremacy in Heaven. Now this one is a silver mountain water alternative with a lot of dirty citruses and blackcurrant in the top or in the opening. Now I won't get into too much detail in this one because I've done a video where I've compared this to other silver mountain water alternatives, so you can have a look at that one to know where this one stands, how it's different from the others, how much it performs. I'll leave the link in the description, and maybe if I figure it out, I'll put it up. Which side is it going to be? One of these sides. It's going to be a little I button which will take you to that video as well. Number 10, Afnan's Supremacy Silver. Now I will not talk about this one because this is a decent Aventus alternative that everyone and their grandmoms know about. Most of you already have it, so I'll just skip it. Number 11, Afnan's Supremacy in Oud. This one is an alternative to Initio Oud for greatness, or to be fair, I'll say this one is more of an inspiration of that DNA or the scent profile rather than the particular scent. Okay, what do I mean by that? Now you will not call Nishane's Hashivat or Cedrat Boise a clone of Creed Aventus in any way, right? It's the same sort of scent, same DNA, same style, although it's not a clone. On the other hand, Club de Nuit Intense Man is a clone of Aventus. Different batches maybe, but it's still a clone. So that is what I'm trying to get at. It's the same with this one as well. Same with this, and in fact the next one which I'm going to talk about, which is Supremacy Not Only Intense. These are inspirations of the DNA without being too similar to the actual scent itself. So for example, with this, there are quite a lot of changes or twists made so that it doesn't feel like it's exactly like Initio's Oath for Greatness. In fact, I feel that this one has more in common to Liwa by Vidyan. If you've tried that one, again, it's a Middle Eastern brand. This actually feels closer to Vidyan than it does to Oud for Greatness. I'm not saying it doesn't smell like Oud for Greatness, don't get me wrong, but there are things that that it does differently, and there are things that it does almost exactly like Liwa from Vidyan. So that's why I'm saying that Oud for Glory by Latafa can be called a clone of Oud for Greatness, but I would say that this one is more inspired by that DNA. I hope I'm making sense. I'm just rambling, but I hope I'm making sense. Taking nothing away from Latafa's Oud for Glory. It's great at its price. I enjoyed it quite a lot when I was wearing it in the initial days. But I have to say this one is better in more ways than one. This one just is way better quality, no rough edges, feels a lot more complex than the Latafa, and my, it blows the Latafa out of the water when it comes to performance. So other than the price, this one just demolishes the Latafa in every way possible. Again, taking nothing away from Oud for Glory, that one is 1/3 the price of this. You'll still be happy if you buy that, but if you have the money and you want to pay a little more, you will get a better scent. Number 12, Afnan's Supremacy Not Only Intense. Now, opinion is divided on this one when it comes to the performance. A lot of people like me get beastly performance. It fills the room. I remember I've done a video on this, and I remember an incident that happened. Not an incident, but just an anecdote. What do you call it? I went down to leave a friend after a night of partying. This was in my building's reception, and the receptionist could smell it even with the mask on, even after 12 hours. Another thing that happened with this one is I wasn't feeling too well, so I didn't drive to work a few days, and on one of the days the taxi that came and picked me up was a driver that had already picked me up a couple of weeks back, and he told me, sir, he was a Pakistani, he told me, sir, आपने जो वो perfume last time लगाया था भाई, उसका खुशबू मेरे गाड़ी में पूरा दिन था. So again, not exaggerating in terms of performance, some of us get like amazing performance with this one, but some of them, I don't know what it is. Maybe you need to air your bottle out, maybe you need a few more sprays, maybe you need to check your batch code, but this one actually smells really good. Again, like I said, it's more of that DNA matching rather than actually matching the scent itself. Great for the price. This one is a no-brainer. Oh yeah, again, if you want to watch the full video on this one where I've described it in detail, I'm going to leave it in the description, and I'm also going to see if I can put it up somewhere here with that I button. It's kind of a hassle, but I'll figure it out. Number 13, Afnan's 9 AM. Now I need to apologize for unintentionally starting a rumor about this one. I remember I was the first one on YouTube or anywhere on the internet to actually try and do a review on this one, and I remember I said that it has sort of like an Aquavita Forte vibe to it. Alright, in the video. I didn't say it was a clone, I didn't say it was an alternative to Aquavita Forte. I just said it has that sort of a vibe. And for some reason, people picked up on that. Every review that I see after that, people are like, oh yeah, it smells like Aquavita Forte. Some websites mention it as Aquavita Forte. Even Fragrantica, people have done the whole smells like or reminds me of Aquavita Forte, but it is not. It just has that sort of vibe. It has that floral, a neroli, a little bit of citrus up top, a nice and clean vibe, like something that you'd wear on a white shirt. But it is not an Aquavita Forte clone. So sorry. In fact, after wearing this, after a few wearings, I think this one actually is quite similar to Dunhill Icon. If you've tried Dunhill Icon, think of the neroli and the nice clean scent, but minus the smokiness. This one will give you a nice smoky vibe. This one doesn't have any of the smokiness. This is just simple, clean, easy to wear. So if you think of this minus the smokiness, you get 9 AM. Number 14, Afnan's 9 PM. Again, everyone knows this scent. It's a great alternative to Ultramale or Ultramal, however you want to pronounce it. I have this one, which is the first batch ever. I'm guessing it is because I bought it when it first released. In fact, the first week that it released, I went to an Afnan kiosk. In fact, first day that it released, the first or second day that it released, I picked this one up, and I have absolutely no issues when it comes to performance. This performs really, really well on my skin. Some say that the newer ones don't. I can't confirm or deny that statement, but if you want to watch a full review on this one, again, I'll leave it in the description. Oh yeah, also super cheap, 80 to 90 dirhams. That's around $25. So I think it's a no-brainer. Number 15, Afnan's His Highness Green. Now this one is the most expensive Afnan I own, and probably one of the most expensive fragrances I own. My hand is actually paining because this bottle is so heavy. It costs 1,000 dirhams here in the UAE. That's around $275 or 21,000 dirhams if my calculation is correct. Luckily, I wasn't the one who paid for it. This was gifted to me by my wife, but don't let the price scare you, because even though it's officially priced at 1,000 dirham, $275, 21,000 rupees, this can easily be found on the internet for around $75. Now I forgot who it was, but I remember one of the YouTubers said that this one is actually like Creed's Royal Oud, but with some leather added to it. Not in those exact words, but he was trying to get at that, and I think that is probably the best way to describe this scent. Now, if I had to add something, I'd just say that it has a lot more galbanum and oak moss compared to Creed's Royal Oud. But yes, it does have a bit of Creed Royal Oud feel, but not like a cheap clone in any way. Just seems a lot richer, has a nice leather to it. Like I said, a lot of galbanum and oak moss as well. Overall, a very refined, very classy scent, something that you'd suit up and wear. And if you get it at the right price, I definitely say that you should pick it up. Moving on to number 16, Afnan's Era Silver or Era Black Limited Edition. They call it in two different names in different markets. This one is an underrated gem that absolutely no one knows about. It is very, very hard to find. And I think they made very few bottles of this. I don't know why, because the scent is actually pretty good. Now, how does it smell? Think of a citrusy version of Gucci Guilty Absolute or Christian Dior's Purple Oud. That's how this one is. It's a fresher take on that sort of DNA. Almost like Terry the Hermes, but not there. Has some pink pepper, some vetiver, perfect for semi-formal occasions. Okay, we'll reach our last four, and the last four are from the Turathi range, which are quite popular nowadays. A lot of people are talking about Turathi Blue and Turathi Brown, which are for men, but I also have two other ones, and the first one being number 17. Yes, number 17, Turathi Femme Red. Actually, Turathi Red Femme. Let's talk about the scent, but before that, I want to say that I actually hate this cap on the Turathi range, because you really need to place it in the exact spot, and only then will it go in, but you'll never get it in the first try. So you'll take 2 or 3 tries to put this very badly designed cap. Scents are nice, but the cap is really bad, and it shakes a little. A lot like plugging the USB into the computer in the first try. So you never get it, and then you flip it, and then you don't get it again, and then you flip it again, and then it goes in. Yeah, that's how this one feels. You'll never ever get it in the first, like I'm saying, first try. Coming to the scent, this one is, to my nose, very similar to Christian Dior's Holy Peony. My wife actually has Holy Peony. After about 10 to 15 minutes, this one is very, very similar. Coming to the performance, again, does pretty well for the sort of scent that is, which is it's a fruity, floral, rose, peony sort of scent. It's got a watery rose and peony, and it's got nice red fruits, which are like this red berry vibe with a little pink peppery feel as well. I think women can easily pull this off. It's very likable. On number 18, we have Turathi's Purple Femme. Looks black on my screen, but this one is purple. This one has that Thierry Mugler DNA in it, you know, that caramel patchouli feeling. I think no citruses up top. Fruits, again, red berries, red currants. I think this one is an alternative to one of the Thierry Mugler Angel for Women flankers. I'm not sure which one, because there are like 40 of them. If you know and you can figure out, tell me as well in the comments. But this is definitely one of those flankers. I think maybe it's purple, so maybe it is one of the purple flankers. If you can find an angel that is purple in color, not an actual angel, but the bottle from Mugler, then let me know as well. Really nice scent, and even though it's for women, I actually wear this myself because of that patchouli and caramel, like I said, you know, Mugler DNA. Number 19, Turathi Blue Homme. Now this one is, like I said, you know, been spoken about a lot recently. I will definitely do a review on this one and Turathi Brown, which are for men. Turathi Blue, if you already know it, is an alternative to Bulgari's Tiger or Tiga. I don't know how you say it. It's Tiger, definitely. Bulgari's Tiger, but a lot of people say that it also has that Bleu de Chanel feel in it, which isn't wrong, but it isn't completely right either. It's actually that watery musk and that very light ISO-y super that makes it feel that way. This one, I would say, is a lot less zingier, if that's the right word, than Bulgari's Tiger, and that's where the difference lies. Tiger has this, you know, like this tiger punch of ginger and grapefruit, which this one lacks. This one feels a lot muskier up top. I'm actually surprised no one's compared this to Louis Vuitton's Limon Cité. That's how you say the word, limoncité, because it does feel like it has the same feel. Overall, again, no brainer. This one is a lot of fun to wear. It's a great performer. Even though it lacks a bit of that zing, it's clean, it's musky, it's fresh, and like I said, you know, it's a lot of fun to wear. Number 20, we've reached the last one. This is Turathi Brown, and this one is Afnan's take on YSL Tuxedo, but with a few twists again. You know, like I think Afnana, like the Abbas Mastan of the perfume world. You should have guessed it by now. There's going to be a twist. This one definitely has the twist in it, and I'll tell you what the twist is in some time. If people outside India are wondering what Abbas Mastan is, think of directors like M. Night Shyamalan, Alfred Hitchcock. Yeah, that's the India equivalent of them. Not as good just in terms of the twists. So Afnan recently I've been doing a lot of twists, and this one has it as well. This one is like YSL Tuxedo, but with that caramel patchouli Amen DNA, Thierry Mugler's Amen DNA that I mentioned in the purple as well. This one has that too. It's got a twist, YSL Tuxedo plus that Amen DNA. I get it the most in pure malt, which I have. So think of pure malt and YSL Tuxedo having a baby. This is what it smells like. If you've tried Ajmal's Amberwood, again, it's got that amberwood feel to it as well, which is that caramelly, amber, vanilla, patchouli feeling with YSL Tuxedo. Once again, great performer, smells delicious, again, kills mustache EDP when it comes to being an alternative to YSL Tuxedo. So my preference over mustache EDP is this one. And we made it through. If you like this video, hit the like button. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. And until next time.